Hello, I'm Brett Knowles from Hirebook. This is a quick overview of our amazing Hirebook application. This application we consider to be a business operating system that includes objectives and key results, but spans all the issues that leadership is concerned about. In Hirebook, we've worked hard to keep navigation simple. The primary navigation is down the left menu bar. There are many ways to take a look at how your organization is performing and engage your teams in meetings and conversations. Let's start off with the organization chart view. In this view, you can take a look at the overall organization, understand how any one individual is performing, both by taking a look at how they're doing on the pulse survey, their individual objectives and key results, and their team's objectives and key results. You can obviously drill through the entire organization to be able to get a view of how your team is performing, again, through that organization chart view. A second way to take a look at performance is through the cascade of objectives. So on the objectives view, we have the top level corporate objective, and we can drill into it by clicking on each objective. So in this case, overall for Tesla, we have these corporate level objectives, and then I could drill into each one. So if I wanted to know more about the future of travel, I can click on that to see its children and so forth down the organization. You'll see for each objective, we indicate how the objective is performing numerically, as well as an assessment that the leader has given us. If I want to learn more, by clicking on it, I can drill into the key results, which populate the progress bar, and also access assessments that have been done by the objective owner. In this way, any leader can navigate the entire organization from their desktop and identify where they want to spend their time in coaching the organization forward. Now, we also have the opportunity of being able to filter these objectives. Now, I want you to note that we show both the mathematical progress based on the key results, as well as the assessment by the owner. And these don't have to match. Here's an example where the numbers indicate we're on track, but the owner has assessed this at risk. And the reason could be they know of some impending problem or something. So for a leadership team, what I might want to do is take a look at all the objectives which we think are behind where we want to be. And now I have my agenda set up for a meeting. Or perhaps I want to see all the objectives which are indicated to be at risk. So this allows us to be able to take a look by department, by status, by assessment, and for whatever custom period you would like. We've found this tremendously useful in helping people prepare for meetings, one-on-ones, etc. The third way of viewing performance is in what we call the tile view. So the tile view allows us to see that same parent-child relationship of objectives. But in this format, we can see it so that I can see multiple measures at the same time. What this allows us to do is to begin to understand where in the organization we might need to focus our attention and understand some of the cross-functional nature of activities which are going on. So in these three formats, organization chart, the list view, or the tile view, we meet all needs for seeing how the organization is performing. Now, what we've noted is many times organizations want to begin moving into objectives and key results, even though the OKRs only exist at the top of the organization or in one department. What we found is super helpful is doing a check-in, but in the check-in, we just do a pulse survey. So for those areas that don't have OKRs, how are you feeling? Allow people to answer 1 to 5 stars, and that begins the team building trust in each other, opening up the conversations around performance, getting into some of those difficult topics. Why do you have a 1 star and I've got 5? And helping the team build. From there, we can move on to, as another small step forward, adding on a series of questions. And these questions are carefully architected to allow people to begin developing their management skills. And inside the tool, we can even have a back and forth conversation. So I can respond to this, they can respond to me, and we have it archived so that when we come to do our quarter end or month end performance conversation, we have this in record. And of course, this can be driven and administered through Slack, Teams, or on this tool. Eventually, we may decide that based on this survey, we might actually want to have a one-on-one meeting. So the tool also triggers those one-on-ones. So when I go to the one-on-one section, I can take a look at those meetings. These are the items I identified. I can add other items on the agenda. I can put it on the schedule, add other notes, and so forth. And what this allows people to do is to begin taking performance from the OKRs all the way down to the one-on-one and the CFR conversations. A fourth way to take a look at the performance is through the dashboard. Now, the dashboard brings all these elements together. So not only a view of how we're doing on the OKRs or how we're doing in the pulse survey or how we're doing the check-ins, but it's all brought together. Obviously, what you see depends on your security access inside the organization. But what we can do is begin to organize things the way we would like to see it. So maybe I'm more interested in the overall pulse survey and objectives. I can just set up my dashboard as I'd like, and I can drill into any organization, understand how that organization is performing, and again, stage set my conversation for that team. So hopefully this has given you an overview of how Hirebook takes us from people in the organization that may not connect to the overall strategy at this point in time, but just go through the pulse surveys and questionnaires, to those that are in the full running cycle of objectives, key results, check-ins, and one-on-ones. We'd love to have a more detailed conversation with you about how Hirebook can help your organization achieve order of magnitude performance improvements. Thanks for your time.